Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. It is Tuesday, the 2nd of December 2025. We're taking a look at the CIG post this week in Star Citizen and the latest Alpha 4.5 Wave 1 PTU patch and the patch notes there. Feel free to skip to relevant times. We're going to start with the Wave 1 patch notes because I've randomly decided that this particular patch went to Eva Cardi last night and then opened up to Wave 1 PTU. The testing focus and feedback focus for this patch is still stability and bug fixes. The build isn't super stable yet, but better than it was in Eva Carti. There's also a focus on engineering and ship balance, Vulcan renderer and graphics settings updates, physicalized helmets, a snub fighter and interceptor balance pass, as well as, I suppose, racing ship balance pass. What's not ready for testing at the moment and might not even make the patch or is in just a pastoral state at the moment is FPS AI improvements, ship light amplification detection, persistent universe loot refresh and collector rebalance, assumedly that's referring to Wicklow, and things like the Idris P being available in-game from Wicklow, and additional bids / hairstyles. Feature-wise, engineering and fire gameplay has seen updates here. There's further resource network connection updates for nearly all ships, smoke and propagation adjustments for fire hazard rendering performance, and vis area improvements. So this is important because smoke was causing lots of issues and fire as well. Balancing of heat generation and reducing coolant amount. Added door state icons and some more bits of the UI there. They fixed layout issues and increased clarity of the diagnostics MFDs as well. There's a ship role and archetype balance pass going on, mainly focusing on snub fighters and interceptors. This introduces additional tuning refinements to those classes of ship with a focus on strengthening their unique roles such as combat or racing. So ships involved in this are the Murai Furies, the 85X, the P-52, the P-72, the Razors, the M50, the Avengers, and the 300 series of ships. A comprehensive rebalance of flight performance has been implemented across all those ships. SEM and nav speeds, linear accelerations, Gs, angular rotation, and angular acceleration have all been updated to align these ships with a broader tuning initiative that they had introduced in earlier patches. Critical health points have been rebalanced, making small snub ships generally less durable. Racing dedicated ships received tailored tuning passes to enhance their flight performance while reducing their combat effectiveness. This is the Fury LX, the Razor LX, the M50, the 350R. Other significant changes are racing ships now generate 20% higher emissions compared to their combat counterparts. They burn hot, they don't care about that. If anything, they want to be detected. Racing ships have an increased master mode spool up time, an additional 5 seconds. Racing ships now benefit from a larger boost capacity, plus 25% over standard ships. Snub fighters and interceptors will now take 10% additional damage from all sources, reflecting their intended fragility. CIG said, "We will continue to monitor these classes closely to ensure they fulfill their intended roles as new game systems and features are introduced in the PTU cycle of Alpha 4.5. There was a little additional ship update as well. They've increased the Perseus's capacitor output for its weapons and PDTs. This actually makes me want to run the normal Swarm PDTs, the standard ones on it more, as they're energy based, and I think they will be better for it, although I do need to do some testing. There's been an FPS weapon balance and a set of updates as well, so there's actually quite a lot going on here. They've added some new compensators and suppressors, 3 new compensators, 2 new suppressors with 3 sizes for each from Armor mod. They fixed various issues with dropping your weapon, entering falling animations, and ADS, aim down sights, jumping poses on pistols and SMGs. They've disabled camera shake via particle effects on rocket launchers. The Prism Vault shotgun, they've reduced the fire rate from 450 to 385. Slug mode is unchanged though. The Custodian, they've reworked that to make the Custodian be more competitive. They've reduced its spread significantly per shot. They fixed a recoil issue and increased the charged burst shots from 6 to 8. A load of new optical attachments have been added as well from Klaus & Warner. There's a 1 and 1.5 times red dot. There's a 2 and 3 times hollow, a 2 to 5 and 3 to 5 times telescopic sight. For Vault, these optics sit closer to the camera, 50% closer than most bearing optics. There's a 1x hollow, 2x hollow, and 3x hollow. A new blinding Vault flashlight has been added that you are unable to turn off. That's not listed as a bug, that seems to be a feature of it. There's some core tech updates as well. They have made general particle rendering optimizations, fixed loads of bits for engineering and crashes, and performance does appear to be up as well in general. You can expect the live build for this to turn up mid-December-ish, and if you're wondering when it's going to go to more waves, probably later this week. You'll probably have all waves by the weekend. CIG seem to move pretty quickly with this sort of stuff. That is not a confirmation, but it is an expectation from me. Let's move on to the This Week in Star Citizen post. What a week it's been! The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2955 kept the momentum high as both the Kruger L22 Alpha Wolf and Greycat MDC rolled out straight to flyable in the persistent universe. If you missed episode 3 of our Talking Shop podcast, now's a great time to catch up. This one included a few surprise guests that you won't want to miss. We also hosted a 2-hour Star Citizen Live with John Crew, Ben Curtis and Mark Gibson from the vehicle driving team, diving deep into ship design and answering your questions from Spectrum, engineering, the Kruger Stingray, the RSI Galaxy, and plenty more on the table. I've got a video summary of that, which you can go check out. Lots and lots of stuff there. Loads of reveals for 2026's ships. On the development front, Alpha 4.5 is progressing very well and has since been released to Wave 1 PTU. Players are hands-on with the latest test builds and providing invaluable feedback. Outside the game, CIG also teamed up with their friends at CLX to create a pair of custom Star Citizen PCs forming a single panoramic tribute to Nyx. One half channels the grit of Levski, the other the stark frosty of the Vandal. One of these PCs is going to go to the Manchester studio, and the other one is part of a giveaway that you can enter, and I'll link the This Week in Star Citizen post down below so you can get involved with that if you want. What is coming up this week though? So later today we're going to see a subscriber newsletter with whatever new subscriber flair is turning up with that. Sometimes it's pretty cool. There's also still time to try out almost every ship and ground vehicle for free during this year's Intergalactic Aerospace Expo finale. Simply stop by any kiosk on the Horizon Expo Hall show floor to get involved with that. You can also buy loads of ships on the RSI website, so get involved if you are interested. This Wednesday, a new roadmap update arrives with additional details on Alpha 4.5. It's also the final day of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2955, so make sure to get your last flights in. Following up on last week's Star Citizen Live, Inside Star Citizen returns on Thursday as Jared and Thorsten take a closer look at the upcoming release of engineering and what's changed since the last showcase. So I'm really happy they got armor into the build. I did want armor to be there. It's not the full armor finalized system that we're getting when we have Maelstrom, which is the breakability system, but it is steps towards that. A brief server downtime will also begin at 1 PM UTC on Thursday. Be aware of that if you're playing during that time, and on Friday you'll see the RSI newsletter turn up. Now, I'm interested to see where the funding figure ends for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo for 2025. It's already a year of multiple records. It's over 142 million that they've earned so far this year. Also, I want to gloat very briefly, just a minor little gloating, as I said I would to some commenters who said earlier in the year that I was crazy and running a propaganda campaign for Star Citizen's crashing funding. This has been in response to me saying that CIG's funding might hit 150 million this year. I'd rather us have a more functional game that was further along. Record funding is not something that is needed nor needs to be celebrated by any means. It doesn't go, oh, loads of funding means better game. That is not the case, well, necessarily anyway. What I'm trying to say is that Star Citizen's funding is speeding up, not slowing down. And when Squadron 42 sales go live, and there's ads for Squadron 42, and assuming then when Squadron releases, the game's great, you're going to see showers and showers and showers of money pouring into CIG's coffers. And that's one of the reasons they're trying to do their monthly patch cadence, right? Because they're trying to get Star Citizen into the most playable state as possible, so that players transfer over to that and have a good experience. I don't want to gloat too much, because I'm wrong about a lot of stuff as well. And also, I do want people to share their genuine opinions and thoughts. It's just those particular people I was referencing were mean. And I did say I'd remember and gloat when it hit 150 million. Admittedly, hasn't hit there yet, but I felt like I was right enough. And that's the main thing, right? I am really interested to know, are you playing in Alpha 4.5 on the Wave 1 PT, or did you play in the Evocati? What are you thinking of that patch so far? Are you expecting any other major stuff to turn up? Obviously, engineering is huge. The potential for that Idris P to be available at Wickelos. Hopefully that will make it to the live build. But you've also got like the Snub Fighter and Interceptor balance pass and fire gameplay and loads of other stuff going on. Vulcan updates, AI updates, all that sort of jazz. Do you expect anything else to turn up? I am interested in that because there's got to be a ship or a vehicle, right? And maybe an event and some new missions. Tell me what you think. And also, click the links below to NordVPN. Get yourself some VPN goodness with NordVPN for better accessibility, security, and privacy on the interwebs. I use NordVPN. You can use it too. Huge discounts by clicking below. Or you'll be like, how did I live without it? Once you buy it, maybe. I don't know. Click it. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For December, we are giving away a Kruger Intergalactic L22 Alpha Wolf. Just comment on any video made during December 2025 to be in for a chance of winning that. It does also come with lifetime insurance and a game package. All you need to play Star Citizen and start your journey with a powerful light fighter, or add it to your fleet of ships. I don't know who's going to win. It's kind of random. Something that's not random is your support of this channel. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. And if you would like to like, share, subscribe, that really helps. Commenting helps as well. Also, you might consider clicking the join button under my videos or becoming a Patreon. There's some exclusive videos there. There's some emotes. It helps out the channel more. We are going to be playing a load more Star Citizen. Thank you very much for watching. You have a great December. Tell me all the things in the comments below.